Good morning, soul family. Welcome to today's Source First channeled card reading and teachings for the collective. As always, I've done pre-shuffles on the decks. I've got my crystals ready and we are just going to quickly cleanse the space. So this is for you guys as well, as part of the collective, as well as the crystals, as well as the cards, and just sit and tell me where you can feel it in your physical. So we're going to do something slightly different today. I've got 3 decks, my trusty Spirit Animal Oracle. I've got a new Angel Guide Oracle deck from Kyle Gray, and the one that we unboxed yesterday, the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. So we're going to combine all 3 today. I've already done a pre-shuffle, as I said, on all the decks, and I have asked Source to use me as a guide, as a direct channel to bring the messages to the collective who are energetically aligned. So let's mix it up a little bit, shall we? What has Spirit got to say today? So it's going to be a slightly longer reading because we're mixing up the decks. So I don't expect you to kind of sit and listen to it all intently. You know, you can have it going on in the background, listen to it in the car instead of listening to the radio. Play it while you're doing the dishes, you know, while you're in the bathroom, whatever. Ooh, that's way too many. However you need to kind of get the messages through to you. You can play me on double speed. Oh God, they're flying out, flying out. And one more, please. So it's going to be a real in-depth study of what is going on for the collective today, Wednesday the 9th of July. One more please from this deck, Spirit. And as always, thank you for your patience while I shuffle. I could do it off camera, but I prefer the integrity of having it all done live for you. I think we're done on this deck. Okay, let's bring the animal oracles. Okay. Oh, it smells of patchouli, this one. That's so nice. That's when I've been doing my massages, and then I bring this deck out when I've done, I know massages, what I'm talking about, my Reiki, and I bring this deck out at the end. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to take one card from the Angel Oracle deck. Sorry, the Angel Guide Oracle deck, and this is by Kyle Gray. Really thick quality cards, these. Okay, and what does this deck need to tell us? Oh, too many. Sorry, apologies, too many. There we go, that one. Okay, thank you very much. So let's turn to the crystals, shall we, first of all. So I am all about the throat and crown today. Look at me there. So we've got our Amethyst geode. We've heard me talk about this one before. It's about the 3rd eye and crown chakra, very high vibrational piece. Then we have the blue lace agate, which, as you know, is one of my favorites. And then there is the purple fluorite tower, which is about 3rd eye and crown chakra. Sorry, the blue lace agate is for the throat chakra. And then to tie it all in very nicely, I've got this little piece here of Angelite, I always forget the name of that, which actually covers the throat chakra, third eye chakra and crown chakra. And so these crystals are all very high vibrational. They're all about higher guidance, kind of assuaging any anxiety or kind of emotional upset. And oh, I love this. I love the streaks in this one. Can you see? And so sorry, back to the crystals are getting waylaid. They're so pretty, aren't they? I'll talk about this one in a minute. And so they're like, especially the amethyst geode is like a psychic vacuum for kind of any negativity that's going on, any anxiety issues, any throat chakra issues. So just a real nice collection today for spiritual connection and communication, which is what we're all about, talking the truth, speaking the truth. I just wanted to speak about this blue lace agate, and the way that I don't really know what you call them. You know, can you see these little lines in them? It's like the layers. This is what I love about the crystals, the earth's jewels. It's all the layers of the deposits in the water, the mineralized water from the ground over thousands, millions of years. I mean, not this piece particularly, but that's how crystals grow. Isn't it just beautiful? Can you see? And then it's got the deposit underneath there. So that deposit there, I don't really know what it would be. Some sort of silica, I should imagine. And the minerals that you find, you know, like the milky white bands, like how they're interlaced with the blues, and then the milky whites. It's like tightly packed fibers in the water. Magnesium, iron. That's probably what that is, actually, iron deposits. But it just totally fascinates me how they're created, all from the earth, you know. Totally amazing. Okay, let's get to the cards. So, lion's mane. Isn't that a mushroom? Now, remember, I'm learning from this deck. So, lion's mane is a mushroom. Shall we have a quick Google on that? See what that's all about, shall we? Let's have a see. Yeah, fungi. Spiritual benefits. Okay. So we've got lion's mane is about deepening your meditation, enhancing spiritual awareness, and clearing mental fog. And the message underneath is leadership, and it's an 18, which boils down in numerology to a 9, which is all about humanitarianism. So that's about wanting the best of people just because you want to see them succeed. It's about universal love and conclusions, and your spiritual wisdom, so connection to source at 9. Remember, 9 is the ending of a cycle, so it's what you've kind of compiled over time during this cycle and alchemized into your DNA, into your system, your physical, spiritual and emotional self. And so leadership speaks obviously of being a leader, teaching other people through what you have experienced, healed, alchemized, and then survived from. So when we go through these experiences, remember that everything is a soul contract. We have asked for these experiences as a soul so that we can elevate and ascend and grow, and it's all for a purpose. So when we go through the experiences, and I'm not always talking about like negative experiences, you know, there can be the joyful ones as well. They're all for a reason, so we can actually teach on from there. And so Spirit is telling you that now it's time to help others, lead others through what you have alchemized and learned. And the next card from that deck, from the herbal astrology deck, which I totally love. I mean, look at the artwork, absolutely gorgeous. Transfiguration, and that's a 22 master number, so we don't break that down, remember, in numerology. It's about manifestation, large scale practical visions and authority, but authority over yourself, not others. It's always leading back to the soul work and yourself. Now, I can't even pronounce this herb. Jergón, Sacha. Benefits, let's have a look. So it's immune boosting. Oh, that's not spiritual, is it? Goodness gracious, come on. But that's helpful, that it's immune boosting. Did you know that there's a video on my YouTube channel here? If you look under Perfect Therapies Inspo, there's a little 30-second video about how you can boost your immune system naturally. If anybody needs it pointing out clearer than that, I can link it in the description, no problem. So it's about transfiguration. Oh wow, talks about alchemizing poisons. So alchemizing negative energies, which is what I'm always banging on about alchemy, isn't it? You know, because we take the experience, we look at it from a higher perspective on the soul level, and we heal it, we forgive it, and we alchemize that. We take that into our physical, spiritual, and emotional self, and once it's healed and we take that as a lesson for the soul, the poison has gone then, that, you know. But that actual card there, the actual card, sorry, is very reminiscent of the tarot card, isn't it, in the tarot decks. I feel like it's actually talking about this in past tense, something that's just happened, taking the chaos and harm that was kind of, oh, I nearly said inflicted then, which would suggest something quite negative. But yes, that's what I'm channeling. So something or somebody has tried to do you some harm, and you've alchemized that situation now. I do feel it is past tense, but very, very recent. When we are triggered in situations, it is because we haven't healed something. So if somebody's done something to you, or they've said something to you and it's hurt you, look at why. Why has that hurt you on a soul level? Why has that triggered an emotional response in you? And the poisonous snake there, can you see? Well, I'm sorry for whatever has been going on for you. It doesn't look like it's been a very pleasant time. But you remember, the Jergón Sacha is talking about alchemy, so you are taking that lesson and enveloping it. You know, you have been able to neutralize it, let's say, and move forward. You are still moving forward in that, but it is in the past and it's very recent. Okay. And remember that the master numbers, you know, the 22 is all about your manifestation, so you can literally speak your world now into fruition. Okay. Then we've got another master number with the animal oracle spirit, number 44, which is about grounding and stability, physical manifestation. There we go again. Inner strength, so that's your inner standing, building secure foundations and endurance. So when the tarot moment comes, it literally, the tarot moments are, for anybody who doesn't know, I'll just speak a little bit on those, about this topic for a moment. A tarot moment is where we are completely on our own path, where I'm always talking about this if you're a regular to the channel, where we think that we should be going in one direction, and we'll have had many I'm just going to put that card back for a minute. We'll have had many opportunities where Spirit has suggested to us and sent us signs and synchronicities that we should be on an alternate path, but we are so dogmatic in our belief system, so stalwart in our belief system, that we have ignored them. We have believed that they're just a coincidence and they're not meant for us, these signs, and so we just continue on blindly. And so a tower moment is where we've had these many opportunities to change things up, and then the spirit team has kind of gone, okay, this is enough. You know, they're not getting the message, they're not hearing what we're showing them, they're not seeing what we're showing them, so we're going to move now. We're going to make everything shift, everything change. And it literally is, the foundations are taken away from your life as you know it, so that you can then go and rebuild in another direction. And it's course correction from spirit, okay? Tower moments, I know they're painful at the time, but when you look back, you really are like, oh, thanks, man. Okay, 44. So we talked about stability. So once the tower moment has happened, we are literally at ground level, aren't we? And so we can rebuild. So focusing on what it is that you want now, not what you don't want. And it's talking about reclaiming your power, okay? Remembering who you are, why you came here this time around. You can do meditations on YouTube about recalling. I think I might actually have one on the website. I'll have a look and put it in the description if I have. I think I can put a link in the messages, but I can't put a link in the actual description box. But if you wanted to go and have a look there, and I can link it to the website if I do have one. I'm sure I do have a free resource where there's a claiming back of your power, and we call back the fragmented soul pieces from past people, places and things, not just from this life, from all lives, so that we can become whole again and be obviously stronger spiritually, and move forward. Because when we go through negative experiences, we leave a little part of our soul, our energy with that person, and that's where we need to call in Archangel Michael to cut the cords energetically for those people who have might still be draining the energy, you know, the energy vampires that we come across all the time. We all know who they are. Right, so 31, Groundhog spirit, it's time to let go. Absolutely time to let go of this past, of this tower moment here. This is the old life. This is encouraging you to build your new one, and spirit is reinforcing by encouraging you to let go. 31 is a 4 in numerology, which talks about, again, structure and stability, and the discipline in yourself that you have control to be able to create your environment. It's about grounding and solid foundations, and again, your inner strength. Don't forget how strong you are. You know, we when we're going through a difficult time, we forget how powerful we actually are and what we're actually able to overcome. Look at that. And with all this comes the transformation. Beautiful. And again, master numbers. How many have we got there? 3, haven't we? 22, 44 and 11. Wow. And 11, as I always point out, my 1111 is about your intuition and your spiritual insight and connection to spirit, to your higher self, to source. It's about illumination and your inspiration. And the message is transformation is beautiful. Absolutely. So this is all cocoon based, this, where you've kind of learned and grown. Remembering that we're never ever totally healed on the ascension journey. It never ends. So, but I'm talking about this phase of it, okay? So you've alchemized everything that you've needed to here, and you're going to be able to move forward in your beautiful transformation. And the angel, angel guide card. Ooh, no. Learn to say no. I always love this sentence. No is a full sentence. No is a full sentence. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't have to say yes when you mean no. Because if we do something that we don't want to do, we're just putting a negative energetic cast on it, aren't we? You know, we're not giving freely. We're not giving with goodwill. So if you don't want to do something, if you feel it in your solar plexus, remember that area I'm always talking about, below your breastbone, above your belly button, the gut area, that's your connection to your higher self, your oversoul, which knows everything. No is a full sentence. Love it. Okay, thank you so much. Namaste to Spirit for using me as a channel. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope you enjoyed this new style of reading. Many blessings to you.